Hey y'all, let's make some tabouli. This is one of my favorite things. I love tabouli, especially right now when it's hot outside. This salad is so refreshing. Now, I always get the tabouli, which is cracked wheat. I always get this package that has all the herbs and it's everything in it. And you can see it. It has all the green. When you go to the grocery store, look for that. The one that has all the spices and stuff already inside, because it makes it so much easier, okay? All right, so you're gonna start off with this bag and you're just gonna take it. So easy. Put it into a bowl. Smells so good. Look at that. Put it into a bowl and you're just gonna add 2 cups of cold water to your bowl. Just like that. Give it a stir and you are gonna just set this aside while you get all of the other ingredients ready. And this is gonna soak up all the water, okay? So we're gonna set this aside and get all of our other stuff. I like to use olive oil. The recipe on the back of the bag calls for vegetable oil, but I always use olive oil. So you're gonna do a 1/2 cup of olive oil. And now we're gonna do some lemons. Now, I think it calls for just a 1/2 cup of lemon juice, but I'm gonna tell you that I always put more lemon juice than it calls for because I just think it's better. I think it makes it so much better. So I'm gonna roll these out and then I'm gonna juice these 2 lemons into my olive oil. Woo! Much better. And you can even throw a little bit of a lime in there too if you'd like. If you like lime juice, I think it'll be good. Actually, I think I will. I think I'll throw a little lime in there. Let's be adventurous. I think the lime will give it a little bit of a kick. Oh yeah. This is gonna be so refreshing on a hot summer day. My kids love tabouli too. I'll tell you, Jan Holt, a lady that in town that had a beauty shop there in town. I used to work for her for a few years. She made the best tabouli ever. And that's what I would ask for my birthday every year, is that she made me a big bowl of tabouli. All right, so you're gonna have a whole cup right here. All right, let's go ahead and put it in. First thing I'm gonna use are some cucumbers. I like to use these little baby burpless cucumbers. I think they have a lot more flavor. They're so good. So I've got these ready to cut up. I like to just do mine just like this. I just take the ends off and I cut them right down the middle, just like that, 4 ways. Find a bowl. Oh, here, I'll just use this cup. And then just make little chunks just like that. And I'm gonna do all of these cucumbers because the more vegetables in it, the better. Got about 3 cups of chopped up cucumbers. These are so good. Now, we're gonna cut up 2 bunches of green onions, okay? I like to use my scissors for these. I usually just take the very ends off. I don't like to put those into my salad, so I take those off first. And then I just use my kitchen scissors and just do this and just cut them up all the way to the hair, all the way to the end, to that hair on the end. Now don't use that, don't use the hair, but all the way. All right, so let's get these cut up. All right, 2 bunches of green onions, 3 cups of cucumbers. Now I'm gonna cut up my tomatoes. Still haven't got any good garden tomatoes yet. So I'm gonna use these. I get these at Sam's. Actually, I don't get them at Sam's. Dan gets them at Sam's for me. Dan, Tara's husband, he runs to Sam's every 2 times a week, I guess. And he always says, you need anything from Sam's? And I give him a little list. And so I need to do something special for Dan because he's so good to me. So I'm gonna have to find him. Maybe I'll bake him a pie or something because I don't think he likes tabouli. But anyway, all right, so I love these. I think you say that. How do you say that? Campari? Anyway, these are the closest thing to garden tomatoes, fresh garden tomatoes that you can get. So I'm gonna cut these up. I'm gonna just kind of dice them up and we'll see. I'm gonna do this whole thing here because the more tomatoes, the better. I just like to quarter them up just like this. All right, we've got our tomatoes cut up. Oh, those look so good. So the more tomatoes, the better. And if you want to make this from scratch, I'm sure you can find another recipe from scratch. Jan made hers from scratch. I know she did, because I would get all the ingredients for her, and it would be cilantro, and I cannot remember everything, but I'm telling you, this is the easiest. If you want to go that route and make everything from scratch, there probably is a homemade recipe, a scratch recipe. I don't know what kind of voodoo she did to it, but I'm going to tell you, this one here, my kids say is just as good. So you don't have to mess with all that other stuff. All you got to do is get these things cut up, mix it up, throw it in the refrigerator. It's going to expand. See how it's already growing? And once this gets good and chilled and set for a couple of hours, I'm telling you what, this is going to be so good and so refreshing. You guys are going to love it. The guy at the grocery store down at Price Chopper, I bought some the other day, and he said, "Is this stuff good?" And I said, "Oh yeah, it's delicious. Have you not ever had tabouli?" And he said, "No." And I said, "I'm going to make some tomorrow." So I did. This was last week. I made some, took some down there to him, and he brought my little bowl back. Brian down at Price Chopper, he brought it back, and he said, "You know what? You wasn't kidding. That stuff is good." So he said it was very refreshing on a hot summer day. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to throw all of our veggies in here, just like this. Cucumbers, onions, and now we're going to do our Campari. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. I'm probably saying that totally wrong. It's probably Campari. I don't know what it is, but it's Campari tomatoes from Sam's. But if you've got some garden tomatoes, woo-wee, good for you. Those are going to be great. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, y'all. All right, we're going to give it a stir. And then we are going to put some salt and pepper in here. Let me go grab it. Coarse black pepper. Coarse black pepper. And kosher salt. That is going to be delicious. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to give it a little test just to make sure the taste is right. Perfect. Now, just gonna cover this up, put it in the fridge for a couple of hours, and it will be ready to go. Okay. See how that expands? That wheat just soaks up all that goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. And you know what? You can eat this with like Ritz crackers too, and make it kind of as a dip, but we like to just eat it as a side dish. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And it is so refreshing, y'all. Go make this. It's so good. We'll see ya.